Hello everyone, you're welcome to another video. So in today's video we want to look at categorizing data in Power BI. So we've already seen some options for formatting or changing data types within the query editor. We formatted columns as dates, as whole numbers, as currencies, and as decimals. But then there are some additional options that we will find outside the query editor in the table view. Specifically, the column 2 tab that will help us not only define more specific data formats like specific dates or currency types, but also categories. And many of these categories that we are going to consider in this video are geographical in nature, and they capture things like addresses, cities, latitudes, and longitudes. So we come to the table view. So when we come to the table view, we have the AW calendar lookup, then we have AW products and AW sales table. If we come to the AW calendar lookup, I want to make some formattings to the column types before I'll head off to column categorization. So if I click on the dates column, within the column 2 tabs, you'll find the format option. And this formatting becomes active as I click on the dates column. So I want to change the format from this long form into the standard short form. So in that case, I'm going to be using the month, day, and year option. Okay, so I'll click on this. You have seen that. I'll also do the same for start of the week, and then I'll also do the same for start of year. Okay, so I'll come to products. Instead of AW product, I'll come to AW sales, and then I'll also make the same date change to the order dates column. I'll do the same for the stock dates. Okay, so I've successfully changed the dates column from long form into a short form. Now the next formatting I want to do is on the AW product, and within the AW product we are going to find product cost column and the product price column. Now there's something common about the two columns, and that is the fact that they are actually in numbers, and the numbers is more specifically as currency, or the numbers is more specifically supposed to be in currencies. So I want to change the product cost into currency, and that should be the US dollars. I will do the same for product price. Okay, so we've been able to format the dates column from the long form into the short form, and then we've also formatted the product cost and product price into the currency type. Now when we come to the AW calendar lookup, and then we click on, for instance, the start of the week, you are going to find under the column 2 tab the data category. Now in this instance, you can see that the data category is uncategorized. Okay, it is showing uncategorized. Now for me to tell you the importance of data categorization, I would need to bring in a new file. I'll go to your tab and then get data. Okay, so I need the adventure works territories. Of course, I'll transform the data in the Power Query editor. Okay, so this is a very simple data that contains the sales territory key, the region, the country, and the continent. So this data is actually supposed to be in relationship with the sales data, and this is also supposed to provide answers to questions like which country is the most sales coming from, which continent actually has the highest purchasing power in terms of how much goods or how much product they're able to buy, and all that. So this data set answers those kind of questions. Now, as you know, we want to shorten the name of the query to AW territories, and as you know, This is supposed to be a lookup data set because we are looking up for answers from this query. Now, this is the region, and then this is the country, and then also this is the continent. So I'll close and apply. Okay, so when we come to the AW territories, so we are going to find the data set as simple as it is. Now, when I click on the country, for instance, we come to the properties. We'll find the data category, and then when I click on this, you can find the different categories that are available for this particular column, country. And as you can see, majority of them are all geographical in nature, except web URL, image URL, and barcode. So, and this is very, very important, especially when you want to create a map visual of your data sets. And when I categorize these columns, it will help Power BI to identify the countries on the map. And for this instance, this is country, so I want to categorize it as a country. You can see, please take note of this word county. It is not a county, it is a country, because when you click on the county, it will identify it as a county. And of course, United States is not a county, instead it is a country. So I click on that, it has been categorized already. And then I'll also go to the continent, and then I categorize it as a continent. Now for the regions, find the different regions, but then these regions do not follow the standard identification, because you can see northwest, northeast, and also you can find Canada and France and other countries, so this cannot be categorized. So almost close to perfection, Power BI can be able to identify country and the continent when you create a map visual. Okay, even though you don't categorize it, it will almost identify it. And when I mean almost, I'm talking about 99.9% accuracy in identifying the country and the continent. Now finally, if you come to the right hand side, you find this map icon that is close to the continent. So this shows that this particular column, continent, has been categorized as a continent. It is having its own category. And then if you also notice the same for the country, you find also the map icon, meaning that the country has been categorized as a country. So if you're able to do all this data categorization, when you want to visualize your data, it will be very easy to visualize on the map. So with this, I'll save and I'll come to my report view. With this, we have come to the end of this video. I will see you in my next video.